Year One, how are you? Welcome to your English lesson today. So, our little recap is what is a noun? What is an adjective? Can you remember when we did the three goats and the troll? We talked a lot about this. So, what is a noun? What is an adjective? I want you to complete that on your worksheet now. Pause the video, have a go. Welcome back. Did you decide? I wonder if we have the same answers. So, a noun is a thing, place, or person. Do you remember that from before? And the adjective is a word that describes the noun. Really important. And that's what we're going to be having a look at today. So today we're going to be using expanded noun phrases. Amazing. Do you know what? You've already had a go at doing this. And now we're really going to be focusing on how to make sure we're making them really, really precise. Okay. Now, to be successful today in creating your expanded noun phrases, you will need to be able to identify the noun in a sentence. You can definitely do that, can't you? And you will need to use the appropriate adjective to describe the noun. So you really need to think carefully, which would be the best adjective to use here? And if we're going to get even more technical, if you use two adjectives, you're going to need to use a comma to separate them. I know. All these amazing things. You're going to be so successful with this today, Year One. I just know it. You're going to create some fabulous expanded noun phrases. Okay, come with me to your learning then. Let me move my picture out of the way. Okay, an expanded noun phrase is a phrase made up the noun and at least one adjective. So I'm going to show you some here. So for example, a fast tiger. Fast is the adjective, tiger is the noun. An orange tree. Orange is the adjective, tree is the noun. Okay. Now, I wonder if you've noticed here, we have our determiners here. Our determiners are telling us what the sentence is, whether it's how many. So do we have 3 fast tigers? No, we just have a fast tiger, just one. So our determiner can be an, a, the, and also it could be things like my, her, she, he, his. Okay. Now, we don't need to worry too much about that at the moment because that's not what we're going to be focusing on. But the only thing I just wanted to pick up here was that, can you see here we've got a fast tiger and here we've got an orange tree. Do you know why we have a and an? Why don't we say an fast tiger and a orange tree? Do you know why? Pause the video, have a chat to the person in the room. Okay, welcome back. Did you find out why? So we have 5 very special letters, A, E, I, O, U. And these 5 very special letters are called vowels. And when we have vowels, we don't say a as a determinant in front of them. So for example, with orange, this starts with one of our vowels. So when a word starts with a vowel, we don't use the determiner a, we use the determiner an. So an elephant, an orange, an apple, an umbrella, an igloo. Okay, we wouldn't say a igloo or a apple or a elephant. It's always an, and that's something that we must remember. Okay, it's part of our grammar structure. All right. So let me show you another expanded noun phrase. Are you ready? Here it is. The upset man. The upset man. Oh, now that starts with a vowel, the U. What could I put instead of the there? That's right, I could say an upset man. Fantastic, well done. Okay then, so expanded noun phrases. Here I've got a list of determiners. The, my, a, an, her. And then I've got a list of adjectives. Scared, soft, comfy, big, brown. And then I've got a list of nouns. Chair, dog, blanket, car, hat, I wondered if you could have a go at moving those determinate adjectives and nouns around to create an expanded noun phrase. Now, these are not sentences. A noun phrase is not a sentence. It isn't a complete sentence. It does not have a full stop. It is just a phrase. So it can't stand alone by itself and become a sentence. It's just a phrase. And in our noun phrase, expanded noun phrases, we always have a determiner, an adjective, and a noun. So I would like you to pick a determiner, pick an adjective, pick a noun, put them together. Does it make sense? So, for example, you might pick the comfy chair. Oh, I love a comfy chair. So I want you to have a go at that. It's on your sheet. Have a go, pick a determiner, pick an adjective, pick a noun. Pause the video here. Have a go at that now. Welcome back. Shall I share mine with you? I wonder if we've got the same. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. So here's mine ready. Oh, I don't know why I had that there. That was your lines, wasn't it? So I put a comfy chair, the scared dog, my soft blanket, her brown car, an enormous hat. Did you get those too? Fantastic. Brilliant. Well done. Okay, then. Now, let's have a little look at our characters from our story. We're going to think of some adjectives to describe our characters today. And then we're going to put them as adjectives that we've picked into a noun phrase. So I'm going to start with the witch. She was not a very nice witch. She was very old, wasn't she? I'm going to move my picture again. Right over here. She was old. And she was quite evil, wasn't she? She was quite evil, our witch. There we go. I wonder what other words we could use to describe her. I know, she was definitely ugly. Oh, old and haggy, and all her face was all scrunched up. She was definitely ugly. And she was quite greedy because she wanted to eat Hansel, didn't she? So she was definitely greedy as well. What else? What other words could I use to describe? What do you think? Well, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, how about this one? Tatty clothes. Because her clothes here, can you see, are all tatty and old and ripped. But I also think because she lived by herself, she was very lonely. She was a lonely old witch, wasn't she? Yeah. But she was actually very mean. Yeah, she wasn't very nice at all. Can you see there how we have built different adjectives to describe our witch? Can you see that there? Now I'm going to use these adjectives here and I'm going to put them into a word bank. And then we're going to create a noun phrase, expanded noun phrase using them. Oh, wicked. That was the other one I forgot too. Okay, so here are all my adjectives. And I've got her name up here. And here I've put my determiners because you might want to use those. So here I've got old, evil, ugly, greedy, tatty clothes, lonely, mean, witch, and wicked. Okay, right then, my first sentence. I'm going to put the old witch. Not sentence, sorry. Noun phrase, not sentence. My noun phrase, my expanded noun phrase. The old witch. Old is my adjective. Witch is my noun. The is my determiner. Now I think I want to use two adjectives on this one now. So this one I'm going to write an ugly, don't forget my comma, greedy witch. An ugly, greedy witch. Now remember, we need to put a comma in between two adjectives to separate them, okay? Really important to remember. An ugly, greedy witch. Yes. I'm going to think of one more now. This is what I think I'm going to write. An old, wicked witch in her tatty clothes. An old wicked witch in her tatty clothes. So there I've used two determiners, an and her. An old wicked witch in her tatty clothes. Oh, brilliant. Okay, now you do have this on your worksheet. If you would like to, you can pause the video and you can have a go at writing your own expanded noun phrase. Use the word bank here to help you because these are the adjectives that we decided described our witch. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go at creating your own expanded noun phrase. Okay, shall we move on? Let's see who we've got next. It is the woodcutter. Okay, let's think then. Some words to describe the woodcutter. I've got one. He's very brave, isn't he? Because he has to take his children to the forest and leave them there. And that's really sad. That's really hard. So he had to be very brave when he was doing that. I think as well, that made him feel very worried. So though he was brave, the woodcutter was quite worried as well. What words did you think? Some great words there. Well done. I've got another one I'm going to share with you now. He was tall. He was very tall, wasn't he, our woodcutter? He wasn't short. He wasn't a small man. He was very tall. He was very gentle. That means you're quite kind and calm. He was very gentle. He wasn't shouty and loud. He was very gentle. But he felt quite miserable. Having to leave his children in the forest, I think I would feel miserable too. He was also, though, very strong because he was a woodcutter. So he had to have big, strong muscles to chop down that wood. So he was very strong, was our woodcutter. I think as well, he was very clever because he made sure that he took Hansel and Gretel first to a place where he hoped they might be able to get back. So I think he was quite clever too. But I also think he was very caring and he was quite sad, wasn't he, that he had to leave his children behind. So he really did care for his children. So there, we've got all these adjectives to describe our woodcutter. Now then, I'm now going to put them into a word bank again and do exactly what we did with the witch. There we go. So I've got my determiners down here. And then I've got my word bank here to help me write my expanded noun phrase. But this time, you had a go at quickly doing one for the witch. And I did that first for you. This time, I want you to have a go first at writing two expanded noun phrases for the woodcutter. So you can use here our word bank, and here's our little bank for the determiners. And I want you to create two expanded noun phrases for our woodcutter. Can you do that now for me? Pause the video, have a go. Okay, welcome back. Okay, let's see then. Let's see what I wrote here. Firstly, I wrote a tall woodcutter. Then I wrote the worried, miserable woodcutter. And the last one that I wrote was a strong, clever woodcutter. Can you see on these two here, worried, miserable, strong, clever, I used my comma. And that's what I need you to do. Was yours the same? Did you have something different? Fabulous. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have a go at doing one for Hansel, one for Gretel, and one for the stepmother. But I need you to pause the video and I want you to come back here because we're going to go through this bit in a minute. So once you've done your expanded noun phrases for the three other characters, come back.